Good afternoon, guys. It's working, bringing you a quick update on BitShares. Hope you guys are having a wonderful afternoon. We're looking at BitShares for the U.S. dollar. This is the this is the one-day chart on Poloniex. And looking at the bigger picture, guys, just a quick reminder: BitShares is operating within this larger wedge. And as it approaches the apex, which it's reaching now, we can expect a larger move, possibly a breakout to the upside. It doesn't mean it has to break out to the upside, guys. And it looks to me like there might possibly be one more wave down. But as it does approach the apex here, guys, I am expecting eventually a breakout to the upside, probably at the most in the next 2 to 3 weeks, but it could happen much shorter or much sooner than that, and I'll discuss that in a moment. Again, bigger picture, we had 5 waves up, ABC correction down. We had an impulse wave up that ended up failing, denoted by X there, and then we had another ABC correction. So we're having a larger WXY pattern. I do believe we've seen the bottom of that WXY pattern here, possibly. Again, maybe one more wave down, but we're certainly, if not at the bottom, near the bottom. If we come and zoom in here and look at the excuse me, guys. Look at the chart a little closer. Again, we're on the daily. We can see price came down here, had a very big reversal wick here, then came back up, came back down, tested what was resistance here at 10 cents, finally broke above, came back down, acted as support right there at that 10 cents again, bouncing right on top of 10 cents, and then just started breaking up. We can see that also this 12 cent area has acted as strong resistance, tested numerous times here, and never decisively broke through by anything more than a wick. So price has been kind of respecting this ascending resistance line right here, denoted in yellow. It's been bouncing right along that line for about a week and a half now, it looks like, and it's now kind of approaching this pocket here. So in the next, I would say, probably 3 to 5 days, we should see a larger move, and I can see two things happening here. I can see a very impulsive break up. If it does break up, it's gonna run into the resistance line here of this of the wedge, this descending resistance line from the wedge, and it's also got this little order block right here between about 12.8 cents and 13.1 cents. It could hit, that's a decent supply zone. It could hit that zone and find resistance there as well. So we can see there is a lot of resistance to the upside, so we're going to have a lot of volume, very impulsive move to break above all that resistance. But if it does break above, and if it does break above this 13 cents, 13.1 cents, I think it'll be a very quick rise to at least 15.3 cents, this block up here. And there's a decent supply zone right here between 15.3 cents and 16.8 cents that I do think it'll find a lot of resistance at. But between 13.1 and 15.3 cents, guys, there's just hardly any resistance. So if it does break up, I can see it, and if it does break 13 cents, 13.1 cents, I can see a very quick rise to at least 15.3 cents, guys, to the downside. If priced as we approach this, this apex, wedging between this ascending support and this resistance area at 12 cents, guys, and also this descending resistance from the wedge. As it approaches the apex here, if it doesn't break out, I can see it bouncing, possibly breaking to the downside. If it does break down, I would expect this 10.2 cent support area. I would expect it to find some support there, possibly breaking down, hitting support there, and then impulsing right back up. That's a real possibility, guys. If that 10.2 cents does break down, first of all, if it does break down there, I would be having buy orders sitting right down in this area, guys. I'd be looking to buy BitShares all day long right in this area. However, I'd have my stop losses very tight, knowing that if 10.2 cents does break, it could be a very quick drop down to this demand zone of 8.3 cents. So if you do end up buying in this zone, have your stops very, very tight. And if it does ever end up down here in this demand zone between 8.3 cents and 7.3 cents, that's a must buy in my opinion. I don't think it's going to get down there. I'm not saying it's going to. Again, I don't think it will. But if it ever does, that is a must buy. If price ever breaks down there, I can see it wicking down in there and then just impulsively breaking right back up. But again, I'm not saying it's going to. I'm just saying that's a possibility. That's something that if it does get there, have your buy orders ready. Have some fiat on the side ready to go. Excuse me, guys. Looking at our indicators, this is on the daily histogram. Daily MACD is still trending up. The histogram is kind of flattening out. MACD and signal line are kind of moving sideways, suggesting that we don't have really any real indication of which direction price is going to go at the moment. kind of a neutral indication. We're getting the same thing with the RSI. It's sitting at about 43. Plenty of room to rise, plenty of room to fall. If we come over here and we look at the 4-hour, same idea. It's looking actually looking a little more bullish. We're sitting at about 50, somewhere thereabouts, guys. But again, giving us no real indication of which direction price is going to go. If we come over here and we look at our moving averages, we can see on the daily chart, we can see prices. The 8-day EMA is acting as support. I do believe price needs to hold above this 8-day EMA if it's to remain bullish, and ideally we'd need to close above this in the next day or two, above this 21-day EMA. If that does not happen, then I can see price possibly breaking down. If we do close above this 21-day EMA on the daily, though, that's going to be a very, very bullish indication in my opinion. Excuse me, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it there. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, please let me know in the comment section below. And as always, guys, I certainly would appreciate it if you give me an upvote or a like or a re-steam, depending on where you're viewing this. And until next time, guys, please trade safe. Take care of yourselves. This is Working. Signing out.